It is the Generation 1 Inferno mint in sealed box. A beautiful toy from days gone by. However, as you may have guessed, this is not an actual original G1. This is one of those counterfeit reissues and almost indistinguishable in many ways from the original G1. So to get an Inferno, he's not the most expensive of bots to get. If you want to get a second-hand G1, by all means, feel free to do that. You can hopefully get them with all the accessories and in good shape, and there you go. And I think they did some reissues, some official ones, but this is pretty inexpensive. I think it cost me about 55 bucks with the tax, but it looks very minty. We're gonna break it out and check out the quality. If you're new to the channel, I'm Captain Kyle, welcome aboard. If you've been watching for a while, that is totally awesome. I appreciate you coming back. And let's get into this counterfeit, beautiful reissue. Be right back. All right, now I have a handy knife here that I'm going to use to ever so carefully open this box. It feels painful because this looks so much like a G1. It's like, what am I doing? Unsealing a 1985 Transformer so casually. But it is not, and I can't review it while it's in the box, other than to say it's a very beautiful box. Look at it. It's a beautiful box, the most beautiful box I've ever seen. Guy came up to me, tears in his eyes, says, my God, this box is so beautiful. Anyway, I'm not going to do any impressions of political figures, but he's a public figure, so I can do that. Shit, Secret Service. No, I'm kidding. In this big, beautiful box, we have the instructions. We also have on the sprue the missiles, and it looks like the fists, the gun, and his shoulder wing pieces. Now, ways that you can tell this is not an actual G1 reissue is there is no catalog in here telling us all about the wonderful other toys that we can buy. There's no rescue from Cybertron or reinforcements from Cybertron brochure. There's also no factory stickers on here at all. So those are usually included, and we'll see if they are. I'm gonna try to open this carefully because I do want to save this packaging. It is, like I said, a beautiful box. And Honor has decided to join the party. You're becoming almost as adventurous as Sky. Yes, you are. So with most packaging, I just toss it over my shoulder and clean it up later, or not. Bye, Honor. This is what I'm gonna put back in here. But let's take a look at this fire truck. And we'll zoom in so we can see all the detail. So it does look very much like the G1, rubber tires. I mean, someone said, why are you not just calling them reissues? Because they're probably made with the same molds that they made the original G1s with. Why aren't you just calling them regular reissues? But here's the thing, I don't know that they've gone through the same rigorous quality checks that Hasbro and Takara usually put them through. And their manufacturing process for some of the other parts may not be exact, so that's what we're here to find out. But I will continue to call them counterfeit reissues because they are not made by Hasbro, so they are counterfeit. But it does look beautiful. It's gotten the nice chrome. You've got the ladder, which extends as it should. Goes way up, way up. That's right, way up here. Woohoo! With the little nozzles on the end that you could potentially be shooting foam out of somehow. I don't see attachments, but you know. Nice white ladder, nice white shoulder deco and the hose. I can see the triggers here. Again, all the chrome. Again, looks identical. The nice hose over the shoulder type thing is in chrome. Time for a roll test. Rolls just like the G1. I mean, some of the factories that make these things, I think they take a little more care, and hopefully the one that I got this from, they did. Once in a while you find a bum one, but what can you do? Complain and return it. All right, let's see what's in here, and then we'll get him into his robot mode. Now, as we've already noted, it does have instructions, as it should, which I won't need to refer to because I've had this guy many times before in G1, G2, and G3 incarnations. As I open it up, I see there is the factory stickers, which are just the fire department logos. We have the stickers you're supposed to put on, which I'll do later, tech spec decoder, and an unattached rub sign. Not sure if it's functional. Generally, if I rub them, I don't usually notice them working. It looks like it might work a little bit. But again, another way you can tell this is not an official Hasbro because the rub sign should actually be already affixed to the toy. So here's something interesting. I have a left fist. I have a right fist. And for some reason, I have another right fist. So they gave me an extra fist. There's his gun, 3 missiles on a sprue, and his shoulder attachments are kind of representative of the latter. I am going to put the stickers and a tech spec decoder back inside the instructions and put that aside. So yeah, extra fist. I'll have to hold on to it if I'm at a BotCon or a TFCon or a RetroCon and someone comes up to me and says, hey, I need a Inferno right fist or a Hoist right fist. I can help you out. All right, so transforming this really good guy, because where there's smoke, there's me. I want to fight. No, Inferno. You must stay and guard me. I want my job. That was Auto Berserk, I think it was quite the episode. So anyway, you swing down the legs and the feet into there. You detach the arms from the ladder assembly, and those will swing forward, and you can bend them down. So see, I'm just like MGO. Okay, maybe not. Now, normally, we'll bring back the ladder. This head should have been flipped like that, so you couldn't see the face. But apparently, it already was face first, so don't actually have to do it for this one, but normally you have to flip that around. Then you push it forward and it pops right in, and he feels dang good. Feels normal. I think there is a little bit of die cast in here. The feet definitely. He feels just like an original. Stiff joints, stands well. Now we will take and see if these fit into his side shoulders here, and that one fit in very nicely. That one actually feels a little loose. I think it'll stay, but yeah, that's what I mean by them not going through all the exact processes. The tolerances on these were not tested. That hole appears to be a little big. Right, Honor? You got it. Shut up, Logan. So I will use some clear nail polish around the post that goes into that side just to thicken it up a little bit, and that should be fine. So one slight minus. Now the fists. Let's put both fists in first. We pop that one in. Now the problem with a lot of these spring-loaded things is you put them in and they don't necessarily want to stay. But they actually seem to want to stay pretty well, and tapping them does not make them fall out. Can put a gun in one hand. There we go. Now on the show, and usually, he actually doesn't use fists for both hands. He uses one of these missiles. So let's see how the missile looks. And we will push that in, and it seems to be staying. Sure, if you tug on it enough, it'll come out. But without doing that, it seems fine. Ooh, it just shot. That was actually what I wanted to test next. We are going to load up the missile, like so, press the launcher, and it doesn't go far. About the distance of a US Hasbro toy. If you push it all the way in, and yeah, it launches, not a heck of a long distance. Now, one thing I find is if you hold the back part of this launcher forward while you're pushing in the missile, it's more likely to pop into place and stay, though even with the G1s, sometimes they didn't like to stay all that much. But there he is, a gorgeous, minty looking version of Inferno. Where there's smoke, there's me. I wanna fight. Come on, man. That's really mostly what I remember about him. He just very aggressive for someone who wants to fight fires. Wants to cause a lot of them. But I will include a link to this guy. Now, if you're not familiar with the G1 sizing, he stands slightly over 6 inches in his robot mode, probably a little less lengthwise in his fire truck mode. But other than that loose hole right here, Logan, I told you, he seems perfectly great. Like I said, a little clear nail polish is the friend of Transformer collectors, and also people who like to have shiny nails. So you just put that around this post, let it dry thoroughly, that'll thicken it, beats Viagra by a long shot, and then just plug it back in and you should be good to go. Well, there you have it. G1 Inferno counterfeit reissue. And since my original went with the Purge, this will go quite proudly on my shelf as I'm reassembling slowly my G1 collection. We'll probably never reacquire everything, but I'm doing my best, man. I'm doing my best. And while you are mulling over this guy, and I just noticed his tire is a little off center. Gonna fix your tire. But again, while you're mulling him over, you can check out this video over here, which is actually a reissue counterfeit of Grapple, who is very similar in mold to this guy, but worth checking him out because you never know when you might need someone to build a solar power tower. And we will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.